Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me here. This is IPO Market Watch. In the stock market, we get some opportunities. Every year they come. They're very few, but they're very powerful opportunities. Very powerful. For example, I think one of the most powerful opportunities that existed last year in 2024, where you could have bought at $4.39, at $3.98, where I made a YouTube video about it. I made a video about it at $3.98. I made a video about it at $4.39. Made plenty of YouTube videos about it. That was Rocket Lab, right? So that was a huge opportunity, and the stock is still up like 400% since that time, even though the market has crashed this year and so on. So those are the golden opportunities. Those are the diamonds, right? And those diamonds, I mean, you don't find them often. You don't. Unfortunately, you don't. The other one was ASTS, if you remember. I did a YouTube video for ASTS when it was trading at $2.98, called it a buy. Then it took off to $30, and I think, last time I checked like a few days ago, it was at 22 still, right? So even though the market has crashed this year, right? So if you find a diamond opportunity, you're set. I mean, you are set. You can hold it for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever you want. Market can crash and you're still up like 300, 400%, right? Those are amazing. Those are very rare. They're very, but I think, trying to be cautious because I don't want anybody to YOLO in or anything like that. You shouldn't. I'm not your financial advisor at all, but I think that I found another one.
Shut up and take my money.
Right? I think. We'll see. So another type, diamond opportunity. I'm going to share it with you. Plus, I'm going to share with you like 2 or 3 other stocks in this YouTube video. They're awesome. Really awesome. One is the next MicroStrategy. And as that might sound like the diamond opportunity, I think I have another one that might actually be better. So I probably confused you and you're probably like, Mike, can you please move on and get to the stock? And that's what we'll do. All right, let's get started. But before I get started, let me show you some progress we made in the Discord. Recent progress. It's pretty cool. So on the Discord, just a few days ago, I posted this exactly as you see. Here's a screenshot, and I posted about AGMH. It was trading at that time in after hours. So it was after hours when I posted, and it was at 0.049, right? So almost 5 cents. That's about it. That's what it was trading. And I did say that they have until September of this year to get to $1, and I believe that this thing can go up like to 10 or 20 cents around there by the time the summer comes, right? So if it's at 5 cents and it can go to 10 cents, that's 100% gain. 100% gain is very hard to come by, and if you can nail a 100% gain, you should be very happy. The stock today hit 8 cents, as you can see here. It hit 8 cents in pre-market today at the time of me recording this video, and it probably is headed for 10 or 14 cents. Not saying that anyone should rush in and buy now. I technically, personally speaking, never chase something that's already gone up, but that's just something that we've, our latest progress over on the Discord. The other thing, now let's go over to the MicroStrategy. You're all familiar with MicroStrategy. Was one of the greatest stocks you could have invested in from a few years back and holding up until today. You'd have made a lot of money. MicroStrategy is very well known for their accumulation of Bitcoin, right? They have a ton of Bitcoin. Well, would you like to know what could be the next MicroStrategy? You might already know, but did you know that we've talked about this over on the Discord way earlier? So that is one thing that I posted a few days ago. I posted this right here, this, and then this right here. And I told everyone about Cantor Equity Partners, the SPAC, ticker symbol CEP. And I said, guys, it is now trading just above 17 bucks. And, I gave some information about them, that they could be the next MicroStrategy, and that they have 42,000 Bitcoin accumulated already, which is insane. You know what a 42,000 Bitcoin is? 42,000 Bitcoin comes out roughly to $3.5 billion. I'm looking at this SPAC and I'm thinking to myself, the company that this SPAC is going to merge with and bring to the market is 21 Capital, which is pretty well known. They're backed by Tether and SoftBank. So like, put this all together in your mind. You're looking at the screen. You're looking right now. Imagine that you're looking at the screen, right? And you're looking at this SPAC, and it just announced that we're bringing 21 Capital to the market, and it's backed by Tether. It's backed by SoftBank. They have 42,000 Bitcoin accumulated. Well, if you put all that together, and you start to think that this could be the next MicroStrategy, the smart move would be to buy the SPAC right away when it was trading at $17 when I posted in the Discord, right? A day later, after I posted in the Discord, guys, at $17, a day later, that on April 24, 2025, the stock hit $38.10, which is insane. Where is the stock today? April 25th, today on April 25th, pre-market as I'm recording, it's at $29.25. Either way, you know, if you were, you know, you're up. I mean, it's insane. So that was something that I talked about on my Discord. Now you're gonna say, if you talked about it on your Discord, it's already gone up. Why are you telling us? Because, guys, pay attention. It's got to drop at some point. It's got to. I don't think it's gonna drop to 10, where the SPAC was originally, right? So I don't think that will happen. That would be a blessing if it does before the merger occurs. I would keep my eyes on CEP, and if CEP falls to 17, back to 17, which I think it is a possibility. This is just my opinion. I think it could be something considering. Keep that in mind if you want. It's a really, you know, Bitcoin. They got a ton of Bitcoin. Like I said, I don't want to repeat the same thing over and over, but backed by Tether, backed by SoftBank. I don't know. This is something to pay attention to. Now let me go real quick over to the stock that I think is it could possibly turn out to be a diamond opportunity. So the one that I want to share with you guys is RZLV, ticker symbol RZLV. Now, this is something that I posted yesterday on my Discord, and I told everyone on my Discord that I am buying RZLV at current price that it was trading at $1.68. So yesterday at $1.68, I said I am buying, and I said, guys, I'm buying is based on, you know, the news that came out, and it's, you know, it's very promising and so on. And the news was basically here, as you can see. Basically, overall, the company says that, you know what, forget 2024. We were working really hard to get our AI set up everywhere, and now that we got it all set up, and they weren't really making anything in 2024 or before that. I mean, nothing. I think the 2024 revenue, you can't even call it revenue. It was like $150,000. That's it. So they said, they came out with news that they will generate $100 million in annual recurring revenue starting this year in 2025, because everything's set up. What is everything set? What is that? What did they mean by that? They came out with this news also yesterday, which was this: Rezolve AI shares spike higher. As the company reports, it has surged past $50 billion gross merchandise value in early 2025 as real-time AI retail platform hits 41.9 million devices, 16.5 million monthly active users. We're done. We're set. Now we're going to start making money because we just went live, and you know, we're on 42 million devices. 42 million devices just to start with. You know, imagine them growing more, obviously. 42 million devices and 16.5 million monthly active users, which is, I mean, come on. That is freaking insane.
Excited to introduce to you Brain from Rezolve. Rezolve's Brain is AI engineered for commerce, designed to empower your customers to effortlessly discover and purchase products.
For decades, we've been forcing our customers to navigate our e-commerce stores in completely unnatural ways, using filters and checkboxes. Pick a category, then a subcategory, filtered by things like color and size. The list goes on. But that's not how we naturally interact while shopping, and that's not how we engage with real salespeople in the real world.
Brain from Rezolve changes all that. It allows your customers to interact with you in completely natural ways using everyday language. I have a demo electronics store here, and using either text or my voice, I can interact with Brain. Hey, I need a new Bluetooth speaker, something small. and my budget is $60. As you can see, we get fantastic results.
We believe that conversational AI is on par with how e-commerce changed the way consumers engaged and bought from brands. People will be able to converse and transact via any digital channel and have a customer experience that's like dealing with the most knowledgeable salesperson in the real world and receive human-like customer service. In the not too distant future, every company, merchant, and brand is going to be leveraging conversational AI, and it's going to be just as important as their mobile apps or e-commerce is today.
With money that is exchanging on that 42 million devices, 17 million monthly active users, the money is about $50 billion worth spent on gross merchandise. So, Rezolve AI is going to get a share of that. They get a commission. They're going to get something out of it. What they're saying is it's going to be $100 million revenue just this year in 2025. Imagine a company that was making zero in 2024, and now boom, we're already into 100. We're starting off already with $100 million in revenue in 2025. I think, guys, this is awesome. And when the stock was trading at $1.68, I was like, yeah, why not? Why not? Let me pick up some shares. I picked up 350 shares at 168. Currently, right now, as I'm recording the video in pre-markets at $2.19, so I'm already up 29.7%. Follow me on X Platform. On X Platform, yesterday, 14 hours ago, I posted, here's, by the way, is @watch_IPO if you want to follow me. 14 hours ago, I posted this. This is a tweet that I made on the X Platform, and basically I said, take a symbol BITB, Congressional Trading. Look at this. Congressmen are buying BITB. It closed yesterday at $50.96. So let's just say that when I posted it was $50.96. Right now in pre-markets at $51.40. So if you would have seen this tweet already, you would be up, right? I'm not saying you should buy everything that I tweet about or whatever I talk about, but like I said, join our Discord. There's a lot more information in Discord. Here's something. Here's another example over on the Discord. One of the members at 30 cents called this a buy, and for themselves. But if you wanted to, you could have looked into it and whatever if you liked it. Today in pre-markets at 37 cents. So, I would sell if it goes from 30 to 37, 38 cents. That's enough. I'd get out. That's it. Basically, this is a short video. If I were you, what I would get at, what I would pay attention to from this video is three things. I would pay attention to ticker symbol CEP, and even after it merges with 21 capital in the ticker changes, I would still pay attention to this one. This is powerful. The next, your I guess like your cheap man's version of MicroStrategy, but still good enough. It's like having SpaceX and Rocket Lab, right? Either one. You can't have SpaceX. Hey, Rocket Lab still works out perfect. So that's that. I would look at CEP. I would look at Rezolve AI, RZLV. If you were in the Discord, you'd get it 30% cheaper. But it's still good price. And maybe it'll drop. You never know. President Donald Trump, wars, whatever, all these crazy things going on. Markets, uncertainty. But either way, I think it's a golden opportunity. And then the other one that I would look at is BITB. Congressmen are buying it. Something's going on, right? Thank you very much for watching this YouTube video. If you find my YouTube videos helpful, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to this channel because it helps me grow and it helps me come out with videos like these. And share my channel. Share my videos. Let your friends know. Tell them to subscribe. And I wish you guys all the best. Take care.